is our for our YouTube channel. Anyway, my name is Will, and welcome to Foosh's Halloween special show. Yeah, as you can see, I'm a penguin. Oh yes. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Foosh, Foosh is UCSD's short form improv troupe. That means that we make up short comedic scenes for you and perform them on the spot. Now, you might be asking yourself, but Will, how could we be so sure that you aren't just scripting these and rehearsing them and practicing them for all of the time that we don't see you? Well, let me tell you, audience member, because we are going to be making our scenes up based off of your suggestions. So we're going to do some practicing here. For those of you in the audience, go ahead and click on the chat button. And this is how we will be taking our suggestions for this show. So to practice here, let's go ahead and get your favorite Halloween costume. Go ahead and type in your favorite Halloween costume into the chat just for some practice here. All right, we see Kurt, Bob Ross, a firefighter, Linguini from that one movie, Ratatouille, Spock, Scotty, well, a lot of Star Trek here tonight, I can see. Well, thank you, people in the audience. That is how you're going to participate tonight. We're going to be playing a series of games, but they're all going to be based off of your suggestions. So make sure you're typing up those things here if you want to see a scene about that one thing. But to get things started here, we've got to introduce our team. So in the left corner, team 1 is known as the Haunting of Foosh House, and that is Brianna, Joel, Jill, and Victoria. Turn your cameras on here. Hello, folks. And Brianna's right there as well. And on the other side of our show tonight, we've got Team 2, Fooshy Scary Skeletons, and that is with Ashley, Crystal, Andrea, and Emily.
Woo, 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 woo.
All right, so these are our improvisers here, and they will be performing for you tonight. To get things started, before we jump into the super team versus team action, we're going to do an initial elimination showdown with that we like to call Story, Story, Die, and that is starring Victoria, Jill, Joel, Ashley, Andrea, and Emily. All right, the way this game works is I will be spotlighting each of our improvisers one at a time, and it is their goal while spotlit to continue telling a story that is based off of your suggestion. However, at any time, I can swap to someone else on the spotlight, and they have to continue right where that previous person left off. They cannot stutter, stop, laugh, or mess up or repeat anything that was previously said. If they do, we all say, die, and they turn their camera off, and we continue with the next chapter of our story. This will continue until we are down to our final person who's going to tell us what this story is all about. So for those of you in the audience, we would like to know the title of this story. If you want anything more specific, maybe a spooky story. Obviously not a story that is real because we will be making it up right now. So spooky story name in the chat. It could be as simple as The Creaking, as complicated as Jackson Maxon and his race through a pumpkin field. I don't know. Yeah, story titles. It could be just like a word is fine. Alrighty, let's go ahead and we can get started with, all right, Scrumpletown. Scrumpletown is your suggestion, improvisers. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Well, this is Scrumpletown, Chapter 1.
It was a dark, stormy day in Scrumpletown, and our main character, Arthur, came out of his lonely house.
Arthur had a lonely house. It was made of mud, and no one else lived there with him. It was very sad for Arthur. He lived a lonely existence, so he decided to walk into town for the Halloween
festival, where he would hopefully make new friends. As he walked around the festival, he discovered a small rodent named
Jenny. He and Jenny the rodent had a very deep conversation about life. And from that conversation, he realized he needed to make a friend at the festival, but not any friend.
His new friend, he didn't want it to be Jenny, but Jenny was so sad. Jenny said to Arthur, "Arthur, why don't you like me?"
I swapped to Emily there. You're out of here, Andrea. Die!
Hi.
All right, this is Scrumpletown,
Chapter 2.
Now, Arthur had decided he needed to find a different friend, but Jenny just wouldn't leave him alone. Arthur, I really want to be your friend, but you won't talk to me. Arthur knew he had to do something about this, so he thought
that he should make a cage. So he went over, gathered a bunch of sticks, and made a cage for Jenny where he will trap
her and keep her so that he can go out to find his new friend. He leaves Jenny in the cage.
And she was like, Arthur, please don't leave me in the cage. I'm so sad in the cage.
Just want friends, please. I'd do anything.
For you, because you're my favorite person in the whole world.
Jenny realized that maybe he wouldn't help her, so she huffed and puffed and grew larger and larger, broke the cage,
and jumped out through the bars.
Jenny was
Die.
All right, this is Scrumpletown, Chapter
3.
Jenny was so big at this point, and she was terrorizing the festival. Arthur knew he had to do something to stop her.
So he ran around grabbing every bucket that he could, any bucket that had cheese, that had snail,
that had any food that Jenny might eat. He knew if he didn't do this, he would not be able to save Scrumpletown.
So he ran, he got help from neighbors and made a few friends along the way. And Arthur
Arthur was said. Die! All right, this is Scrumpletown, Chapter
4.
Jenny had overpowered the town at this point. He grabbed everyone he knew, and they all armed themselves with the biggest,
most massive plan of buckets and plates that they
could conceive and bring together.
With those plates and buckets, they decided that they would trap her
in an even larger cage, because the first one clearly didn't
work. So second time's the best, as they always say in literature. So
don't say that. Die! All right, this is Scrumpletown, the last chapter.
Jenny was so overpowering at this
point that no matter what they tried, she demolished all of them. Fee,
fi, fo, fum, I will destroy you, and you know?
What? I don't care if you're not my friend, Arthur, because I'll destroy
your friends, and then you can not be friends with anyone else you have.
Me, and you will learn that I am the only friend that you have, and the only friend
that you'll ever have. And with that, Arthur rose up and grabbed
hold of the mighty sun above him and threw it at Jenny, hoping
to kill her. With a loud screech, Jenny
yelled and fell to the floor, wondering how she
could possibly get
him to love her any more than she loved
him. All right. Well, Emily, that means you have won this round of Story, Die. So, Emily, what is the moral of this story?
The spooky moral of this story is that if you're not a good friend, your friend will murder you.
Thank you. That is the game. All right, let's go ahead and swap back to gallery view for all of you in the audience here. Well, that was Story Die. Thank you all for playing. Since Emily won, that puts Fooshy Scary Skeletons ahead by 1 point. Congratulations, Fooshy Scary Skeletons. We are now going to jump into the meat of our show, which is a game versus game competition. You're going to see a game from each team, and you will vote on which team had a better game and performance. So to get things started, we're going to play a game that we like to call New Choice, and that is starring Brianna, Joel, and Victoria.
Woo!
All right, well, the way this game works is we are going to see a standard 3-person scene. We will take a suggestion now in the form of a vegetable that you don't like to eat or perhaps have never eaten. In any case, we are going to see a 3-person scene. At any point, I can say new choice, and the person who just said a line of dialogue or did an action, had an emotion, anything like that, will have to do something different instead, as if the previous action did not happen. I can do this as many times as I want. The last thing that is done or said will be accepted as part of the scene. So let's see what the suggestions we've got here. I have to say, Max Morgan, a piccolo is not a vegetable. Let's go with carrot. Carrot is our suggestion. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
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 Again.
Why do I always have to eat these gross carrots?
New choice.
Ugh, why do I always have to eat this awful spinach?
New choice.
Oh, wow. I love grapefruit.
Hi, Tommy. I brought more grapefruit.
Yeah, grapefruits. Yeah.
You're welcome. Let me have one, though.
You're the greatest teacher in the world.
Timmy, you invited your teacher over and you didn't even tell me. How you doing today, ma'am?
Hi,
New
Janet.
greeting.
Timmy, you brought over your teacher again. I told you the house is a mess. Hello. I mean, like, you're welcome, but still.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Hi,
It's
Janet.
okay.
I'm so sorry. I was led to believe that you had invited me here. I guess he was lying about that.
New choice.
I guess that he was trying to get us to fight.
Timmy, why would you do that, son?
Well, it's just I really wanted you two to be friends, and I thought, once you fight, you would make up and everything would be okay.
I don't get how you got to that point exactly and that logic, but I do want to assure you that me and your mother are friends.
Timmy, we go way back. We went to like grade school with each other.
New
I know.
flashback.
Timmy, we go way back. We went bowling with each other.
New flashback.
Timmy, we go way back. She was in my sewing club.
New flashback.
Timmy, we go way, 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 way back. She was my doctor.
Yep, and that's why I'm Dr. Gel.
New choice.
Yep, and that's why I am able to fix any scrape that you get while you're on the playground.
Very useful.
Very
Yeah,
useful.
I remember that one time I stubbed my toe and you made it feel better.
New injury.
I remember that one time I was going down the slide and I tumbled forward and I had a concussion and you gave me this
New
awesome
injury.
CAT scan. I remember one time I was smelling flowers and I smelled one very smellfully and it like went in my brain and you made me cough it out.
Speaking of that, is it all out of your brain right now? Can you just do a little cough checks? I'll like pat you on the back and we'll see if we can get something out of there.
Timmy, listen to her. She's a doctor.
Oh, Timmy, why did you cough out grapefruit from your nose?
Oh, sorry. I was smelling the grapefruits.
And scene. All right. Oh my goodness, you caught me without my costume. That was New Choice. Thank you all for playing. So that was New Choice starring The Haunting of Foosh House. Keep it in the back of your mind because we will come back to that later for you to vote on. Going up against New Choice is the game of Pan Left, Pan Right. That is starring Ashley, Crystal, Andrea, and Emily.
Ooh.
All right, I would recommend for those of you in the audience, I mean, I'm not sure if this directly affects you, make sure that in your video settings, you're not hiding any non-video participants. We want to make sure that things are organized here. We have Andrea, Ashley, Emily, and Crystal on our top row here. They will be creating 4 scenes for you, composed of each combination of 2 improvisers. So to start things off, let's go ahead and have Emily and Crystal turn your cameras off. So this is one example scene between Andrea and Ashley. They'll be having a scene about something. If I say pan right, Andrea will turn her camera off. Emily will turn her camera on, and you will have a totally different scene about different things. But if I ever say pan left, we'll be right back in that initial scene, characters, and topic. So to get things started, we're going to have our improvisers pick their suggestions from you, the audience. So Andrea, how about you get a suggestion for your scene between Andrea and Ashley?
What's a theme for a haunted house? I'm gonna go with scones.
Right, scones is your suggestion. Pan right. Ashley, what is the suggestion for this scene?
Yeah, what is a super cool thing that could fit in this palm of my hand? We already have scones.
Yeah, we have scones.
We got scones. I'm gonna go with Kirby.
All right, Kirby's your suggestion. Pan right. Emily, what sort of suggestion will you get from our audience?
What do you wish was taught at UCSD but isn't?
Did you say taught or hot?
Hot.
Taught?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still liking memology.
All right, memology is your suggestion. Pan right. Crystal, what is your suggestion for this scene?
Everybody, what is your least favorite insect?
You guys don't like bees?
I will go with a moth.
Moth. All right. Well, we've got our 4 suggestions, but just to recap, pan left. Pan left.
Oh.
This scene's about.
Memology.
Pan left. This scene's about.
Kirby.
Kirby. Pan left. This scene's about.
Scones.
Pan left. This scene's about.
Moths.
All right, players, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, then pan right and begin.
Oh, hello, Margaret. I'm so glad you could come to my tea today.
I don't know. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. It looks like you have the whole spread out here.
Oh, yes, I have the cucumber sandwiches that I know your granddaughter loves.
Oh, yeah, she
I
does.
have a nice pot of Earl Grey, and oh, I couldn't forget the scones. Oh, I baked them myself, the cranberry orange.
Oh, scones.
Pan right.
Okay, I am so gonna beat you in this video game match this year. It is going down, Stephanie.
Oh, it's on. Okay, character select. I choose Mario.
Mario? Kind of basic, but all right.
Pen right.
I don't think I studied enough for this exam.
You're the student that always sits in the front of the class whose name I need to remember because I forgot.
I mean, it doesn't mean. Okay. A, doesn't necessarily mean I studied. B, it's Bertha. Why is that so hard? Like, I've told you this at least 30 times, and I'm really insulted about this. I mean, as someone who like knows memes and knows the name of every single person whose photo was in every meme, shouldn't you remember names?
You're right. I've taught over 30 memology classes as of this semester, and I just can't remember the name of every single student. But I do appreciate your commitment to this class. All right.
Right.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. No. Oh man, that is a large flying bug.
Pen left 2 times.
Okay, so you somehow beat me in every game that I've suggested so far as Mario.
Not so basic now, huh?
I guess not. I guess I underestimated you. And I'm sorry I did that, Stephanie. I shouldn't have done that, especially when I'm playing as Yoshi, who really isn't that special either.
Pen left.
Eleanor, I thought I told you I had an aversion to scones.
I baked these all night.
I appreciate I'm terribly sorry. I don't know what I'm going to do.
You told me you liked cranberry juice, and I wanted to do something nice for your birthday.
We've been friends for 30 years now, and I didn't think that this is what was going to bring it down, but we're getting to that point, Eleanor.
Pen left.
Well, Gerald, now that I've turned you into a fellow moth, we could go over and take the Moth King.
The Moth King?
Yeah, he hoards all the mothballs in his light lair.
Is he bigger than you?
He's bigger than both of us combined, but we got a chance if we work together.
Okay. So first we're gonna fly towards the light, right?
Yes, we're gonna fly towards our light, flap spastically, and just hope for the best.
Why is it making that sound?
Scene. All right, that was Pan left, Pan right. Thank you, folks, for playing. So for those of you in the audience, that was Pan Left, Pan Right, starring Fooshy's Scary Skeletons. You also saw New Choice by The Haunting of Foosh House. So the way we're going to do voting here is go ahead and click on your participants list. We're now going to do some voting. So if you liked New Choice better, raise your hands now. All right. Go ahead and lower everyone's hands now. So if you preferred Pan Left, Pan Right, raise your hand now. All right, looks like Pan Left, Pan Right has won this round. Congratulations, folks. But we're not done just yet. We're gonna jump back to Team 1 for a game that we like to call Growing and Shrinking. So that is starring, once again, Brianna, Joel, Jill, and Victoria. You can go ahead and change your video settings back to hiding non-video participants if you prefer. The way this game works is we will have one person starting on stage. Everyone else, you can go ahead and turn your cameras off if you're not the person starting.
Who would like to start? Oh, me. Okay.
All right, Jill is going to be starting here. She will be doing a scene based off of your suggestion. So we could type it up right now. Let's go ahead and get an occupation that some might consider to be a little scary. Now, so Jill is going to be doing a one-person scene based off of that suggestion. At any point, one of our other improvisers can turn their camera on and, well, they could say clap or clap. Jill will freeze, and then the entering improviser will then start a new two-person scene unrelated to that first scene. This will continue with more people turning their cameras on and starting new scenes until we get all the way up to a four-person scene. Then the person who started that scene will leave and we'll go back down to the three-person scene with the same characters and topic. We'll go back down again and back down again until we're left once more with Jill. That is how this game will work. Let's go ahead and see some suggestions here. All right, Jill, your suggestion will be a librarian. Take that as you will. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Begin.
Okay. First day on the job, I got my really good librarian job. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's a whispering job. Okay. Oh wow, I got all these books here. I get to. Wow, this book looks very old. Oh wow. It's a signed copy of The Hunger Games. Oh, I'm so excited. I love The Hunger Games. It's my favorite book. One day I'm gonna act out The Hunger Games. Oh wow.
Clap. Carly, this is the greatest dance party I've ever been to. And you're a really great dancer.
Jimmy, I'm so glad you invited me to your basement to have a dance party. This is awesome. Your mom's basement is super cool.
Yeah, of course. And she said if we're quiet enough, she'll bring down soda later.
Jimmy.
I know, right?
Your mom is so cool.
She's the raddest.
You know, Jimmy, I was like thinking, like, because my parents, like, they're super weird and like never let me go out. In fact, you know, tonight I had to actually like sneak out of my house to be here. It's just like, I don't want to go home. Let's run away together.
Carly, that is the greatest idea I've ever heard you say. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, ladies, I know we're looking a little scared today, but we're gonna feel the burn. Ready? Everyone with me, ready? We're gonna start with arms in the air. We're gonna pump it. We're gonna pump the roof. Yes, pump. Come on, I wanna see a little more enthusiasm. We gotta pump the roof. Pump, we gotta feel the burn, ladies. Feel the burn. Feel the burn. You can do it. Come on, Tina. Tina, keep it up with us, girl. You got this, Tina. No. There's no crying here. We gotta keep raising the roof.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm
You're
the best
doing
at
great,
it.
Tom.
You just divorced me, and all you want to talk about is raising the roof.
Oh, it looks like we have a serious situation going on here. We're gonna punch our way through our feelings. How are we feeling, Tina?
Not feeling.
Guys, keep it down. Get down.
Shit.
Do you think they're gone? I don't see them.
Fuck.
I think the monsters are gone, guys.
Oh my god.
What was that?
Tim, what's up behind
I
you?
don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here. I thought it'd be fun to go to the haunted mansion. You know, they always tell us don't go, but I thought it would be a lot of fun to go with my friends and have a good time.
Jill, there's something behind you. Jill, what is that?
Jill.
Jill.
No.
Don't
Wait,
take
no,
her
you know what?
away.
It was my fault. It's my fault we're here. I'll go fight it. It's my fault.
Okay, ladies, we're punching it back through our feelings. We're punching it back through Oh no, actually my 3 o'clock's coming up. So if you want to say anything for your feelings, I'd say now because I gotta go.
Okay. I just want to say that I think that my life is over and I am not sure what to do.
And that is clarity and a breakthrough, and I'm proud of you. I'll see you next week.
Oh, okay. I've got almost everything packed.
My backpack's ready.
Okay, what is your mom gonna say, Jimmy? She told us we shouldn't go, but we have to do it.
This is our life, and all we need is each other.
You're right. We've been together for 6 months because we're 15 and we know exactly what we're doing, right?
Yes, and we peck all the time, and like that just shows we're ready.
You're right. Our pecs really show me that I'm ready and I know the world because I peck kiss you and that's so important. Oh, Jimmy, I can't do it anymore. I'm stressed. The pet kisses. I want real makeout sessions. I'm more mature than you. Go without me. I'm going back to my house.
I'm leaving. I never loved you anyways.
Jimmy! Oh my God. I just tore apart the book that was in the museum. I'm fired for sure. I'm done for. I'm done for. Oh my God.
Scene! All right. Thank you, folks. That was the game of Growing and Shrinking, performed by the Haunting of Foosh House. Keep that in the back of your head because they will be going up against Fooshy Scary Skeletons and our Halloween special game, Costume Party Quirks. All right, and that is starring Ashley, Crystal, Andrea, and Emily. All right, what's going to be happening here is one of our improvisers is going to distance themselves from the chat. They will be throwing a party, and it's going to be the greatest Halloween party you've ever seen. They're going to be inviting our 3 other improvisers, and these 3 improvisers have been given secret identities dictated by you, the chat. They're going to have a base identity, so maybe someone could be a Ritz cracker. In addition, though, they will have a costume because this is a costume party, which could be something like a penguin or Mr. Bean. I don't know, anything that you suggest. So what's going to happen is they are going to come into the one person's party. They will be interacting, enjoying the party, but throughout the game, they will be giving hints to our guesser, and their goal is to guess the costumes of everyone. And once all 3 costumes have been guessed, they will have to guess the identities of everyone. I know that we're getting some chats in here now, so I'm going to go ahead and ask who is guessing tonight? Who will be hosting the party? Ashley, all right. Go ahead and turn away from your chat for a moment. If you can, Ashley. Oh, yeah, if you can, Ashley, go ahead and mute as well so that you can't hear what's going on. All right. So
Let's have someone text me.
Sure thing. All right. Let's go ahead and get someone first. So we're going to go with the identities, and then we will determine the costumes. Let's go ahead and start with Andrea. Go ahead and pick your identity. You can offer a suggestion. I know we've got some costumes in here already, though. So feel free to ask a question or pick a suggestion.
All right, so for my identity, what is your favorite kitchen utensil? I'll go with spork.
Spork, all right. Let's go ahead and get the identity of Emily here.
Hey, in one word, why was I late for work? Okay, apparently this is in really high demand, so I guess I'll be Garfield.
All right. And Crystal, let's go ahead and get your secret identity.
All right. For my identity, what's a philosophy you don't quite understand?
Oh, no. Pastafarian? What? Is that like Pastafarian?
Yes.
Right. I'm gonna go with gravity.
Gravity? All right. Let's go ahead and get the costumes of some folks here. Let's just go in the same order. So Andrea, go ahead and get your costume.
All right, for my costume, what is a cartoon character? All right, I can be Courage the Cowardly Dog.
All right. Emily, what is your costume?
Who is your favorite historical figure? I can be Da Vinci.
All right. And Crystal, go ahead and get your costume here.
For my costume, what is your favorite?
Crystal, I don't think we heard that ending there. I mean, it could
Your
just be what is your
costume, what's your
favorite.
favorite snack?
Oh, you typed it. I see. I see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
It's great to see someone who loves scones in the chat.
I'll go with a banana with no peel.
A banana with no peel. All right. Well, we have to make sure we get a banana with no peel as the guess. All right. I'm going to quickly send a chat to Ashley to get her to come back. But to recap, everyone go ahead and say your costume and then the person who is inside.
I am Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'm dressed as Courage the Cowardly Dog, and I am a spork.
I am dressed as Da Vinci, but I am actually, wait for it, Garfield. That's what it was. There.
I am Gravity, dressed as a banana with no peel.
All right, we've got everyone here. I'm going to go ahead and ask Ashley to come on back. Remember, hello, Ashley. Remember, with this game, Ashley must guess all of the costumes before we start to guess everyone's secret identity. All right, so those of you with secret identities, go ahead and turn your cameras off. Ashley, what sort of party are you hosting tonight?
I am hosting my half birthday party.
Well, all right then. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Begin.
Oh my gosh, everyone's gonna start getting here soon. I have to get ready. Oh, okay. Put the half cake over here. Put the half piece of this decoration up in front of the doorway. I gotta put a tape on there. That's gonna fall down. I wish the half balloons would have worked out. That would have been good. Air. Okay. See, I have half the side of a pin, the tail of a donkey game. This is gonna be so cool. Oh, I think someone's at the door.
What was that loud sound?
What was that?
I heard a loud sound.
A loud sound. I can keep it down if you need to, my friend.
What are all the things on the ground? They look like balloons.
Yeah, I tried doing this thing where I cut balloons in half. It did not work out the way I planned.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, Piglet. I thought that'd be a good idea.
Such a loud sound. I had to hide under my bed.
I'm so you can come into the outside now, monster underneath my bed. Scared. Oh, there's someone up here. Hi, you're fantastic.
I am ready to party.
You sound like it.
Boy, I am a little hungry though. Could you show me towards the fruit section?
Oh, for sure. Watermelon. We come right over here, over to my fridge. It is open halfway to celebrate. Yeah, we got all kinds of fruit in here. Are you more of a seedy kind of person, or?
If I got seeds, you won't even notice.
I gotcha. Banana. Banana split?
There's something off about that banana.
Oh,
This is me in my most pure form.
oh, is it a ripe banana?
In my most pure nude form.
Oh, it's an unpeeled banana? It's a banana tree?
I am just not great at listening at this party and need you to repeat what you just said.
It's a banana phone.
Knock, knock, knock.
Let's see who else is here.
Oh my God, why are you naked?
I just needed to shed my outer coat.
Unpeeled banana.
I shed my outer coat.
Banana peel. Unpeeled banana.
I think she's got it. Yeah.
What is it?
A banana with no peel.
Oh, yeah. I loved your costume. It's fantastic.
Wait, let me paint you.
Me? For my half birthday?
Why are you so old? You looked like my grandma.
Wow, you can't tell whether or not you're smiling.
Oh, Picasso. You shouldn't have. Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
I take off my costume.
Oh,
There's so many people at this party.
Well, I'd love to play with you all, your type, but you don't seem as excited as they usually would be.
I don't know who you are. I'm used to living in a house alone with my two grandparents.
oh, are you Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
God, that costume was so warm.
I bet. It looked fantastic, though. I'm glad you guys dressed up for my party, but now we can really relax.
Yeah.
You got anything to eat?
Oh yeah, I had the half fridge like I showed everyone earlier. We got. What are you into?
Maybe something like a stew.
A stew, like
Kind of soupy, kind of not.
like clam chowder?
No.
No.
Like something that like kind of like soupy but with like solid in it.
Soupy but salad.
Like we go so well together.
Soupy but salad, like chicken noodle soup.
A stew. Like a beef stew, with like big chunks.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I love
I
that.
have any of that, but I'll keep thinking about it for sure.
Okay.
Maybe I'll put it on my Amazon list.
No. I want to eat something heavy.
A little crackly there on the audio. I don't know if that was on purpose, but something heavy.
Something heavy.
You're something heavy, like a boulder.
I want to eat something heavy, like myself.
Like yourself. So your type of food, and you're heavy, and you're filling, you'd say.
I mean, how else am I going to be the thing that grounds us if I'm not sustained?
Oh. I'm gathering that was a very good joke. And I will get it eventually. So you got beef stew like over here.
Yeah, it's like I love it's so multifaceted, you know, just like me. Has like two purposes, you know?
Two purposes.
Two purposes.
Multifaceted.
2 in 1. Love it.
Why would you make this party on a Monday? I hate Mondays.
Well, Monday's my half birthday. Garfield, why would you not want to be here? Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out. I need to go kick Odie off of the couch again.
All right, Garfield. See ya when I see ya. Have some lasagna for me. And we're back here.
Oh, you're so attractive. I feel myself going towards you.
Like a magnet? I know it's not a magnet. Oh, you're
wow, you are pulling me in and holding me down and grounding me.
Ground?
Wow, your force is so strong. Oh, it's there I go. There
no.
No, don't put me back in the drawer. Don't put me back in the drawer. Don't put me back in the drawer. I don't want to be with them. I'm not like them.
Are you the old can of beans in the back of my cupboard?
No, but they're pretty cool. No, but you could use me to eat beans.
I could use it to eat beans? Like not salsa. No.
No, but you could also use me to scoop salsa.
Like chips or tortilla or bread of some kind.
No, but I could eat, or you could use me to eat all like so many foods.
Like a spoon.
Oh.
Spoon. They're
Not
like my cousin.
Sorry?
They're my cousin on one side of the family.
Like a
I got this spiky hair from the other side of my family.
Oh no.
I worked so hard.
You like one of those a colander?
No.
No, you can't eat things with that.
So spoons are one part of my family, and then my other
a spork.
Yeah.
I should have known it was a spork. Well, I'm glad to have you here.
I wish I could leave, but gosh, this force right here is just pulling me in.
Oh, that looks like math or science.
It's like 9 point something. I haven't taken physics in 3 years.
Like a magnet, like a magnetic pull.
Kind of similar, but no. Magnets are actually stronger. It's kind of a weak force. And yet it keeps us all on this planet. Like,
Gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that is scene. Thank you all for playing. All right. Yeah, so I think some of the confusion we encountered earlier is that Ashley, when a banana doesn't have a peel, you call it a peeled banana, not an unpeeled banana. But anyway, you guys all got it. Thank you all for playing and having a great party. That was Costume Party Quirks. We also saw that other game that we played called Growing and Shrinking, starring The Haunting of Foosh House. So it's time for you guys to vote on which team you like more. So we're going to, again, go to participants. Raise your hand if you liked Growing and Shrinking.
Woo, 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 woo.
All righty, here I'm going to lower everyone's hands. Raise your hand if you liked Party Quirks. Alrighty, it's close here, but it looks like Growing and Shrinking has won this round. Congratulations. All right, so, things have been pretty intense. We've got competition, scenes against scenes. We're going to take a time to chill down here and play a game that we call Potpourri. What's going to happen is I'm going to give you folks a prompt. Our first prompt is 185 blanks. Walk into a bar. You can give any suggestion. Feel free to right now. So something like peanuts, or pumpkins, or corporate accountants. Then our improvisers, we will form a queue here, and each person can deliver a punchline that they see fit based on that suggestion. So if the suggestion was pumpkins, or let's go with corporate accountants, someone might call in and say, 185 corporate accountants walk into a bar. The bartender says, I'm sorry, we don't serve corporate accountants here. And they say, well, that just doesn't make sense. Wasn't that cool? We will continue that way. We've got some other suggestions as well, but to start off, 185 what? Walk into a bar. Let's see here. Let's start a little simple. Let's go with flapjacks. 185 flapjacks walk into a bar. Or for those of you in modern society, you might consider pancakes. But 185 flapjacks walk into a bar. I mean, I've got one. So 185 flapjacks were walking into the bar last night, and I could see they were pretty pumped up, okay? They'd been out having fun the whole day. I think they went over to see the baseball game or something. The bartender, they said, hey, we can't serve your kind here, you flapjacks. And they said, well, fine, we'll just go back and watch the batter.
Uh, 108.
Yeah, go for it.
185 flapjacks walk into the bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve flapjacks here. And the flapjacks say, we better go somewhere else.
Mm.
Okay, mine's like half formed, so I'm gonna form it while I figure it out. 185 flapjacks walk into a bar, and the bartender says, we don't serve your kind here. And the flapjacks are like, sir up, like, sir, what's up? Sir up, it's not formed, I'm sorry.
So 185 flapjacks walk into a bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve flapjacks here. And they defeatedly turn around and walk right out the door, but one of them, they all get really mad, and they're about to turn around and charge right back in there and demand good service, and they see it's a Waffle House.
Nice. I think it's Crystal next here. No? Then we've got, well, me. All right. So 185 flapjacks walk into a bar. I should know. I used to be a flapjack. And we walked into that bar, and, the bartender, he said, I'm sorry, we don't serve your kind here. And we were so upset. You wouldn't believe it. People the flapjacks started running out. They were just shouting and going all crazy, but I was the most upset of them all. And instead of running out, I hopped.
I hop.
I believe we've got Brianna next.
185 flapjacks walk into a bar. Wait a minute, this isn't Candied Island.
All right, 185 flapjacks walk into the bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve flapjacks here. And the flapjacks make a final plea and say, we got fat stacks.
185 flapjacks walk into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve flapjacks here. And the flapjacks are like, you let us in yesterday, stop flip-flap-flopping on us.
Nice. Let's go ahead and change things up. Let's get another thing. 185 what's walk into a bar. Yeah, we could give it a shot. Let's go 185 gamers walk into a bar. 185 gamers. It's like Andrea is up first.
185 gamers walk into the bar and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve gamers here. That's not very poggers.
Of course.
Yeah. 185 gamers walk into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve gamers here. The gamers say, you can't control me.
Nice.
185 gamers walk into the bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve gamers here. And the gamers say, but we got a lot of money among us.
Of course. I believe it's me next here. Yes, 185 gamers walked into the bar last night, and I don't know, you could kind of tell they must have been at some other bar, maybe a Nintendo convention or something, because they were a little bit drunk already, okay? And it was kind of intense. So the bartender, he had to say, I'm sorry, you guys are way too drunk. You need to leave. We cannot serve you here. And those gamers, they were so upset. I mean, they didn't leave. They actually started to wee.
185 gamers walk into the bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve gamers here right now. We're kind of closed at the moment. But the gamers see that everyone is still at the bar enjoying the drinks. And they're like, I don't know, man, that sounds kind of sus to me.
Absolutely.
185 gamers walk into a bar. And the bartender's like, hey, we don't serve your kind here. And the gamer's like, oh, this bar is monopolized by everyone else.
185 gamers walk into the bar and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve gamers here. And they start to argue and the bartender's like, no, we don't serve your kind here. And they go, are you freaking kidding me? Oh my God, I quit, and leave.
185 gamers walk into the bar and they ask the bartender, hey, what are your pronouns? And the bartender says, no, we don't serve your kind here. And the gamers go, but we were being PC.
Wow. All right.
185 gamers walk into the bar and the bartender says, we don't serve your kind here. And they all get so upset that all they can do is just twitch.
Okay, so 185 gamers walk into a bar and the bartender says, we don't serve your kind here. And all the gamers press F.
185 gamers walk into the bar and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve gamers here. And they're just like, we just wanted to blow off some steam.
All right, on that note, folks, we're going to change it up, get some new suggestions, but also a new prompt. Our new prompt is going to be sex is like. So I got to ask you folks, what is sex like? Provide a thing or a person or whatever, and we will give you some analogies. All right, because you folks are going so crazy, let's start things off with sex is like scones, okay? Let's do sex is like scones, but we're not taking scones anymore tonight, okay?
Sex is like scones, better when it's warm and buttery.
Sex is like scones, pretty sweet.
Sex is like scones. You're all prepared, but then when you start to eat it, it's kind of dry.
Sex is like scones. It's hard.
Sex is like scones. I get mine in the morning and then I'm good for the rest of the day.
Sex is like scones. It's better with blueberries. You took my joke, Brianna. Sorry, go ahead, Crystal.
Sex is like scones, gets so much worse over time.
Sex is like scones, the British do it better.
Sex is like scones. Sometimes you need to drink cranberry juice.
Sex is like scones. The more scones, the merrier.
Sex is like scones. I go to the coffee shop to get mine.
Sex is like scones, perfect for any tea time.
God.
All right, let's go ahead and change it up again. What else is sex like, folks?
Hot poggers.
You guys want to do Cats the... Okay, if you have stuff for Cats the Musical, we can briefly do it.
Sex is like Cats the Musical. It's really good in person, but the movie's kind of disappointing.
Sex the movie?
Lauren will.
I think we've got Emily next, if I'm reading that correctly.
Sex is like Cats the Musical. Makes me really uncomfortable and there's a lot of pussy going on.
That's a good one. I think we got Brianna next here.
Sex is like Cats the Musical. Sometimes you don't know the plot of it and you don't know what's going on.
Sex is like Cats the Musical. Definitely the worst thing to come out of 2019. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, the invention of sex. Let's see. Andrea next, I believe.
Sex is like Cats the Musical. I was not expecting everyone to be wearing a cat suit.
Sex is like Cats the Movie Musical. You might want to scratch your eyes out after.
Sex is like Cats the Musical. To be honest, people just aren't a fan of the furry version.
Sex is like Cats the Musical. Meowrific.
Sex is like Cats the Musical. Not very good, but maybe a little better once James Corden joined.
Sex is like Cats the Musical. In person, it's perfect.
Sex is like Cats the Musical. Memories.
Let's go ahead and get another thing here. What else is sex like? Let's go ahead and get a major at UCSD for this one. A major at UCSD. I've got some good ones here. Can you guys do, we can do biochemistry, a biochemist student? Sex is like biochemistry? No? Okay, all right,
No,
fine.
we can. I just don't know science.
Sex is like science.
Sex is like science. You gotta experiment a little.
I think we got Emily next, yeah.
Sex is like science. I walked in and then immediately walked back out.
Sex is like science. For that good chemistry, it's all about the backside attack.
Frick. Sex is like science. The biology part makes it good. Damn it, Will.
Was that yours, Jill?
Yeah.
It was mine too. Skip me.
Oh no, Joel.
Sex is like science. Protection, always.
Absolutely.
Science. You need some bonds.
Sex is like science. My tutor helped me with it.
Oh,
Anything else? We can get another thing if you guys are good. Let's get one more major at UCSD, just because I know science is pretty generic. Let's do something else here. You want to do theater? All right, sex is like theater majors.
Bree, go ahead.
Sex is like theater majors. You fake it till you make it.
Sex is like theater majors. Wait, it's my turn. Yeah, sex is like theater majors. In high school, everyone's doing it and so much, and then you get to college and everyone's too busy for it.
sex is like theater majors. Stop singing.
Sex is like theater majors. Loud.
Sex is like theater majors. They always let you know they're doing it.
We're going to end it there. That is our potpourri. Thank you, folks. Thank you for the suggestions as well. We're going to jump back into our last game versus game competition here. Starting off, we're going to hear from Fooshy Scary Skeletons with Ashley, Crystal, and Andrea, and they will be playing Oscar-winning Moment. All right, this is the game of Oscar-winning moment. What's going to happen is we are going to get a suggestion in the form of a movie title, a fake movie title, so you can go ahead and start typing those up if you'd like. We will then see a three-person scene based off of that suggestion. At any point, I could say Oscar-winning moment, Crystal, or rather Crystal's name in this game. I will spotlight her, and then Crystal will be performing a moment as if it was the moment that would be worthy of an Oscar in this film. Once it's over, I'll go ahead and remove the spotlight here, and we'll go back to gallery view. One thing we have encountered on Zoom is that you may not directly see it goes back to gallery view, but you can always see who is spotlit. So at this point, you can see Crystal is spotlit because the little pin in the top left corner. In any case, that is our game. So let's go ahead and get some movie titles. Or if you don't have a movie title, maybe just someone's name or an adjective followed by a noun like the squishy box. Anything. Yeah, okay, we can do that. Players, your suggestion is The Last Bite of the Chalupa, Return of the Sauce. That is our suggestion. This is Oscar-winning moment. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
I can't believe Taco Bell is getting rid of their menu items. So sad. I'm
Rachel,
so upset.
I see you heard about Taco Bell.
The potatoes, they're gone.
Oscar-winning moment, Rachel.
As a vegetarian, all I wanted to do was enjoy Taco Bell with my friends. And they took away the one thing I love the most. Potatoes. The potatoes. Jennifer, how am I supposed to go to Taco Bell with all of you now?
I mean, I honestly don't think you can. I mean, I guess you could tag along and not eat anything, but that's just so sad. You know what we'll do? You know what we'll do?
Oscar-winning moment, Ashley.
We are going to find our new Taco Bell. As the self-proclaimed leader of our group, I think it's time we branch out, find new horizons, and figure out our new Taco Bell. Is it Del Taco? Is it another restaurant entirely that has nothing to do with tacos? We'll see. This adventure may be scary, but we can do it together as a team.
You know what, Jennifer? I've always wanted to go to Panda Express.
No way. I literally love Panda Express.
No, don't step on me. Down here.
Oh,
Hello there?
hello.
It is I, the perfect taco. I need to send you both on a quest to realize where I'm from.
The perfect taco.
Oh, I never thought we'd be chosen for this moment. This is so exciting.
Yes, but I need to ask you both, right when we meet, to promise not to eat me. I've had people try to do that every time I try to help them find better taste in food, and they took a bite. Look at my poor edge.
Oh,
That's so
no.
sad. I'm so sorry.
The beans are starting to spill out.
I know. Please, find me.
Perfect taco, please show us the way. Show us the way to this taco paradise.
20 years later.
We've been on this quest for so long.
This is where I leave you. I am now
Oscar-winning
old.
moment, taco.
I have worked my whole life to bring people better taste in taco choices, but now all I have to show for it is a moldy shell and an almost empty inside.
No, not the perfect taco. We've been on such a long journey. We went to Del Taco, we went to Chipotle and then Pollo Loco and so many good restaurants, and we even flew to Mexico. We learned all about the taco.
We've been through so much together.
We still don't,
Oscar-winning realization, Andrea.
we still don't know the secret. And, oh, what's this? Ding! Oh, a tweet from Taco Bell. They're bringing back a vegetarian chalupa. Jennifer, we can go to Taco Bell.
Scene! Thank you, folks. That was the game of Oscar-winning moment by Fooshy Scary Skeletons. Keep it in the back of your head. We're going to jump back over to the Haunting of Foosh House for a game that we like to call Slideshow. And for that, we need everyone. Brianna, Joel, Jill, and Victoria. All right, this is the game of Slideshow. It's a little bit different. What's happened here is we've had one of our folks in the club create a slideshow which these improvisers have never seen before. And it is their goal to give a presentation using this slideshow. They will have to create their own characters and deliver it and justify everything that happens in the slideshow. So let me go ahead and get this set up here. I'm presuming, folks, this is in our drive, so give me 1 second. Perhaps, unless...
We can do 185 if you need.
Yeah, we could do 185 while we're getting this set up. If you folks in the audience want, type another thing, and you folks can do it. Let me see. Who was
Thing in the audience, just an object, any object. Bees, we're gonna go with bees. Okay. 185 bees walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve your kind here." And the bees say, "I can't believe it." Got him.
I've actually got it all set up, but if you folks have more bee jokes, I'd love to hear them. Let me get that there. Okay, if not, we can go ahead and get started. All right, and folks who are playing, go ahead and number yourself by the order that you will be presenting. Each player will be presenting 2 slides. We also have an introductory slide as well. And I will go ahead and get started here. Joel, you can order yourself by renaming, like just adding a number to your name. All right. Looks like we are roughly set up. All right. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Begin.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm Delilah, and I just wanted to take a second to say that I am the new intern that has been joined with this group, and I'm really hoping that you'll enjoy our slideshow. So our slideshow will be about how to be safe trick-or-treating this year. So before I get into this, would my lovely partners like to introduce themselves?
What's up? I'm Brad. I'm the CEO of this company, Daddy's Money. And yeah.
Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm really excited to be doing this presentation for you guys today.
Hi, I'm Jan. I'm the co-CEO, also in charge of this company. Brad likes to take the credit, but I am also here, thanks.
She's co, I'm just CEO. Just don't forget that.
Take it away, intern.
Of course. Okay, so adventure or advantage. When you go trick-or-treating, you need to know the difference between where you're going, if it's going to be an adventure for you and your friends, or if you're going to be taken advantage of where you go. Me as a girl, I have to ask these questions all the time, but Tommy is not your friend is the most important thing to know. If you meet a guy who gives off those Tommy vibes, he's not your friend. He will scare you when you're on Halloween, whether that be jumping out of you from bushes or just like chasing your friends to scare them. But just remember, Tommy, not a friend. Also, yum, yum. Okay, so when you're on an adventure, you're gonna be hungry. So make sure you pack snacks that you'll like that are filling, but not too much because you don't want to get full before you go trick-or-treating and get all those delicious candies. And remember, she's always watching. Yes, the fairy godmother from Shrek, she's always watching you. Every time I've gone out on Halloween, I've always seen her and my friends following me. It's been quite an adventure, but as long as you use the buddy system, you'll be fine. Like I've gone on the buddy system with Brad before when we've gone trick-or-treating, and it's been a great time. And he always manages to keep her away from me. And here we have another example of a possible witch who might be watching you at all times. So remember, stay safe when you're trick-or-treating and look out for those creepy witches that'll follow you. Okay, so next we have the neighborhood patrol. So the neighborhood patrol is there to keep you safe at all times and watch out for you. If you're ever afraid, you can just go to the neighborhood patrol. Usually they have like a sticker on their car or their house that says like, hey, neighborhood patrol. Next. Ooh, neighborhood patrol. Yeah, so here in this picture, this represents a girl who is the neighborhood patrol and two concerned children, one being a boy and one being a dog, and they're both scared. So they need to go up to the neighborhood patrol and ask for help, whether that be about anything. And in this case, you know, it's that they're hiding behind pumpkins because they're scared. And so she's gonna help them, just like the neighborhood patrol will help you. And remember, bite the hand that feeds you. Make sure neighborhood patrol gives you candy. If they don't give you candy when you ask for help, then you just gotta fight them back, okay? Whether that be biting their fingers or tackling them until you get your candy or whatever else they have on their pockets possibly.
What's up, Brad here. Just wanted to quickly say I started this beer flavored candy company. So hope you're enjoying our safe trick-or-treating tips so far. Stay hydrated.
Co-started, Brad. Co-started.
Oh, okay. Oh, stay hydrated. Shotgun a few cold ones with the boys before trick or treating. Perfect way to stay hydrated. My boss. Sorry, my email popped up. You weren't supposed to see that. Just keep going. That is Jan's Halloween costume. We thought it would be great for the company if she would wear that as the co-CEO. And she will give it back after I give her my best. So that is actually my baby costume, and she will give it back. Be best. It's kind of like me as the main CEO. Be best. I know I'm the best. Be best. When trick-or-treating, you want to be the best. Get the most candy. And if you happen to get our new beer flavored candy, buy some more online if you like it. Up or down? This is a very tricky one. When you are trick-or-treating, will you go up the street or down the street? If you decide to go up the street, you will have to go past a few pretty haunted houses, so be aware. But if you go down the street, I heard there's going to be a few king-size candy bars. A penguin. Penguin is actually our mascot of this beer company, because you know kids love penguins. And the penguins are going forward because our company is moving forward because we are the greatest company. Scary owl face. So that was actually one of our potential mascots. We're still figuring out, but I'm pretty certain we're gonna go with the penguin. So look for the beer flavored candy with the penguin on it.
Thank you. As I said, I'm Jessica. I'm new here, but I'm gonna rise to the top. Anyway, entrepreneur. At our company, we are big entrepreneurs and we want to bring back the trick-or-treating cheer this holiday season. Next slide, please. Remember, don't throw your stuffed animals at me. Listen, I know I gave out toothbrushes last Halloween, but I'm just looking out like the rest of our company for your dental hygiene. Next slide. And remember, this Halloween season, if you don't get candy, that's okay. Because with a growth mindset in mind, you too can succeed just like I'm succeeding in this business. Next slide. And remember, invest in yourself to invest in the future. I took this job without wanting it at all, but I'm investing in myself and my future with a growth mindset to succeed and possibly one day rank to the top. Next slide. As you can see, we're bringing back the trick-or-treating cheer this season with our graph chart. Look at those numbers. They're skyrocketing thanks to me. I'm new here and I made those numbers. Next slide. 100% we're going to succeed this Halloween season. It's a guaranteed fact that we're bringing back that trick-or-treating cheer for our entrepreneurship. Again, please don't throw stuffed animals at me. Next slide. Now we're going to show you the proper way to introduce yourself to trick-or-treaters. So when you hear a ding dong at your door, you answer it. Next slide. Then you scare the trick-or-treaters with your grandpa. That's the perfect way to make them come back every single year. Next slide.
Hi, as I mentioned before, I'm Jan, the co-owner, basically owner at this point of this company. Don't get lost, make a buddy. Thanks for sticking along with us so far about the safety tricks of trick-or-treating with us. So remember, don't get lost and make a buddy. Start with a homemade crush. So when you're at home preparing to go out before Halloween, you really want to start with that homemade crust. That really means like start with your home and then branch out and make sure you stay with a buddy the whole time. Egg. King Arthur flour. These all heavy cream. These all represent the different things that make up our personality. They could make up scones. A single spice. A single spice. You get to choose that spice because you, nutmeg, we chose it because you are the nutmeg of life. Yes. Let me summarize what that big long statement said for you. That was the signing agreement that you would sign in order to go out trick-or-treating with us. Next slide, please. Oh goodness. This is Ferb. This is an example of a child out on Halloween. Ferb has a thumbs up because Ferb is doing a good job. Ferb is sticking with his friends. Ferb is being nutmeg. Ferb is being the crust. Ferb is an example, right? And is that all we have today? Awesome.
I think that is.
Thank you so much for coming to our presentation. Please trick or treat safely.
And scene. Thank you, everybody. Let me go ahead and stop screen sharing here. All right, well, that was a slideshow about being safe while trick-or-treating, performed by the Haunting of Foosh House. You also saw the story of the Lost Chalupa with Fooshy Scary Skeletons. So it's time for you folks to vote on which game won. If you, well, raise your hand for both, but especially for the one that you thought won this game. If you liked slideshow, raise your hand now. All right, all right. If you liked Oscar-winning moment and the last chalupa, raise your hand now. All right, well, it looks like Oscar-winning moment has won this round. Congratulations, Fooshy Scary Skeletons. All right, well, if you were keeping track at home, you should be totally informed that the scores are all tied up. Oh my gosh, what a high point in the show. But before we get into our last showdown to decide not only who wins that game, but the entire show, it's time for announcements from our president, Jill.
Yay!
Woo!
Hello, everyone. I am Jill. I am the president. I have some announcements for you. Let me pull them up so I don't forget them because I have a bad memory. Okay. Thank you for coming to our spooky, fooshy Halloween show. What a fun show. We're all dressed up in fun costumes. I'm a vampire. If you enjoyed this show and you were thinking, oh my gosh, how fun would it be to be in Foosh? Go ahead, DM us on Instagram and we can set up a workshop for you and you can be someone who does a show, or you can just come to our practices and watch. Speaking of Instagram, you can find us on Instagram at Foosh Improv. Sorry, also my S's are bad because these are so hard to talk with. At Foosh Improv, linguistics majors. For real. At Foosh Improv, oh yes, Andrea put it in the chat, I said it 3 times. Or on Facebook, you can look up Foosh Improv and we are there. And that's all the announcements I have for today. And now back to the show.
Just 1 second, Jill. You know, I've noticed we've got some cool costumes, but I think there's something else special about our list of improvisers here. Do you see anything special?
Oh my gosh, I haven't gotten to do this yet, so I totally forgot. It is 3 people's first show today. It is Joel, Bree, and Ashley. It is their first show today. Woo, 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 woo. Can I get some woots in the chat for them? That is very exciting. Awesome. And now back to the show.
All right, everyone. So we're going to play our last game of the evening, which we like to call Objection. That is starring Jill, Brianna, Emily, and Crystal. This is a high school style debate, but we are going to be debating two things not commonly debated. We've had Ash Ketchum and a pile of ash. We've had a cat and a log. We've had Snickers and that one facial expression you make. Things like that. So if you have two things not commonly debated but possibly related, put them in the chat now, and that could be our topic. I'll explain a little bit more here. We're going to hear opening arguments from both teams, briefly from one team member from each team. Then we will go to a 3.5-minute open debate portion, during which one person on one team can speak. If there's something objectionable, someone else can raise their hand and say, objection. I will call on them. They can say their objection. And then if it makes sense, I will say sustained, and that person then has the floor. If it doesn't make sense, or if I disagree with it, I can say overruled, and we will go back to that first person. Speaking will continue for another 3.5 minutes. Then we will go to our closing arguments from each team. So let's go ahead and check on our suggestions here. Let's see. All right, we haven't had one like this in a while. Giraffes and toothpicks. So we are going to have, actually, do we have our teams, by the way?
Bree and Jill.
Brianna and Jill together? All right, so Brianna and Jill, you are team toothpicks. Emily and Crystal, you are team giraffes. So those are our teams. We are now going to hear our opening argument from team toothpicks.
Toothpicks are great for you. They're what gets the little grinds out of your teeth, honestly. In this day of age, Halloween's coming up, and cavities are a thing. So toothpicks really help to keep your teeth nice and clean. For all my people out there with braces, you know we love a little toothpick. Because sometimes dental floss, you know, you wrap it around and kind of hurt your fingers. But toothpicks are the way to go. And they can also be stylish. You can just put, you know, like a toothpick in your mouth and you just like chill with your grandma. It's a great time. Toothpicks are the way to go.
Thank you, Team Toothpicks. Let's go ahead and turn it over to Team Giraffe.
We've heard some very interesting arguments from our opponent. However, I'm here to irrefutably and undeniably prove that giraffes are not only superior to toothpicks, but superior to all other things ever, period. May I start by saying Andrea is dressed as a giraffe? May I also say that giraffes are, in fact, 4 different species, including a species called Giraffa giraffa? How cool is that? So in conclusion, if you like giraffes, you know where it's at. And if you don't know where it's at. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Team Giraffe. You've heard their opening arguments. It's time to jump to our open debate portion. We are going to start things off. We've got 3.5 minutes on the clock. And Team Toothpicks, you have the floor.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming and listening to us talk about toothpicks. Toothpicks do, in fact, know where it is at. You see, I am a perfect example of someone who could use a toothpick right now. You see these? They're not very fun to wear. In fact, I can't.
Objection!
Crystal.
I bet vampire teeth would be super fun to wear.
Sustained.
You know, have you ever thought something was missing from your life and then one day it hits you in the middle of doing yoga? I need vampire teeth in my mouth. It would just add that extra bit of sparkle and extra bit of excitement that you've been longing for to return in your life for 3 dreary years. What am I even thinking about?
Jill.
About what is she speaking?
Sustained.
What is the speaking? Speaking is what I study. Linguistics is speaking. Speaking has to do with words and grammar and definitive and indefinite articles and.
Objection! How can she be studying speaking if she can't even pronounce words?
You can study without speaking. Overruled.
Oh, yes, you can study without speaking. In fact, I study without speaking all the time. Sometimes I look at my laptop and I'm silent while I just listen to some lo-fi tunes. Lo-fi tunes are where it's at. You know what I mean? I like my tunes.
Let's go Emily here.
Oh, objection! I listen to hard rock when I study.
Sustained.
When I study, I listen to Green Day because that's all I ever listen to. So what else would I listen to while I study?
Objection.
Brianna.
I listen to Panic at the Disco while I study.
Sustain. We've got 2 minutes.
Panic at the Disco was way better than Green Day. I know that's a touchy subject. I know, but listen, Brendan Urie is so beautiful, and I love him so much.
Objection.
Crystal.
I think tulips are also beautiful.
Sustained.
Tulips are just, they come in every single color and they're simple and untainted and not complicated to touch, like something that has thorns, and it's the most underrated.
Jill.
I like touching roses, and roses have thorns.
Sustained. 1 minute.
Queen of Hearts has roses in her garden, and sometimes they're white, sometimes they're red. I actually like them more when they're red because they paint them red, and I think that's kind of cool that they actually like paint the roses, like it's symbolic of something maybe.
Objection! Their heads were cut off because they painted the roses.
Sustained.
How is that a good thing? They were beheaded, probably with a guillotine, which, you know, some studies actually show might be one of the least painful forms of death, but also you might just live on afterwards, which is kind of crazy. Oh, I froze.
Objection.
Jill.
Go ahead. Oh, I heard about
Go
a
ahead.
chicken that got its head cut off and lived for like 20 days.
Sustained.
It was a really cool fact that I learned. This chicken got like half its head cut off, but it still had, like the brainstem or something, so it like was living and it was moving.
Objection.
Crystal.
Chickens scare me.
Sustained.
Chickens just flap very rapidly, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with all this movement, and then they make very loud, abrupt sounds all the time, and it's persistent, and you just like go crazy listening to them.
Objection.
Brianna.
Chickens do not make me go crazy. I, in fact, love chickens.
Sustained.
I love chickens so much. Oh, you can do everything with chicken. Chickens, they can be cute little pets that you can hold. Chicken nuggets are pretty good. You can walk your chicken. Chickens can be smart. You can have like a giant chicken coop.
Emily.
Rather walk a cat.
Sustain, and that is time, everybody. That is time. We hope you learned something from our open debate portion. We are now going to jump to our closing arguments, starting with Team Giraffes.
People say that watching two men fight is captivating. But I ask, has anyone ever watched when two giraffes fight? No, seriously, have you ever watched it? They literally slap their heads around each other and their neck goes everywhere, and they're just the most captivating thing in the universe. And I think if you can't, if you're not the thing that is the most captivating thing in the universe, you automatically lose, because giraffes fighting is great. And that is my final statement.
Thank you, Team Giraffes. Let's go ahead and hear closing argument from Team Toothpicks.
I have something serious to ask you. Toothpick? No, I pick you. Okay, think about it. Settle on that thought. I pick you. Do you pick me? That was the question I had to ask. Because toothpick, pick. Toothpick, pick. You see where I'm going. You see where I'm thinking. The pick of the tooth, but do you pick me? I pick you. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Toothpick. Well, folks in the audience, it's time for you to decide not only who won this game, but also who won the entire show. So if you liked Team Toothpick better, which is also coincidentally The Haunting of Foosh House, raise your hand now. All right. I'm going to lower our hands here. Now, if you liked Team Giraffe or Fooshy Scary Skeletons, raise your hand now. All right. Well, it looks like Team Giraffe has won this debate. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and get everyone back on here, because that means Fooshy Scary Skeletons has won our show. Well done, Fooshy Scary Skeletons. Now, for those of you in the audience, that is our show. Thank you all for coming. My name is Will.
Jill.
Bree.
Emily.
Emily the Flamingo.
Ashley.
Go.
Andrea.
Crystal.
And Victoria.
And that is our show. Thank you all for coming tonight. We may have a show later in the quarter, but stay updated via social media. We're going to be taking a break from Thanksgiving, but thank you all for coming, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you for coming.